and then they just smash their phone. This joke is normally for young. There's a second puddle. It's like, what? She's like, hey, second puddle coming up. I'm like, I threw out that jacket 2 blocks ago. I'm not carrying around a wet jacket. That seems crazy. I love catcalling. Catcalling's my favorite. If you've never catcalled before, I recommend it. The only problem with catcalling is my cat always lets it go to voicemail. He's got like a joke answering machine. He pretends to answer. He never does. I feel the number of times a day I call my cat a loser is unacceptable. Just strictly on the basis that we have the same number of jobs. 3 jobs. We both have 3 jobs. Like a cell phone or something will work. Doesn't need to be this whole giant sign. What should I get out of here? This joke isn't going to work, but I feel animals get a bum rap when it comes to movie roles, you know? Like if you're an animal, if you want to get cast in a movie, like you just get lost or you join a sports team. Those are your only 2 options if you're an animal. I want to see like Teen Wolf, but it's like a high school full of wolves. And then one of the wolves realizes he can become a human, and he's just better at basketball than all the other wolves, because he's a human and they're all wolves. Thank you guys, I'm Zeke Herrera.
Nice work, audience. We bring it down. We don't have to bring it down. I like that. Hey, so you're at the 2nd annual Chico Comedy Competition. After this, we have shows at Duffy's Tavern, B Street, Maltese, the Pageant Theater, and we're also broadcasting live on Channel 11 on Comcast, so that's pretty exciting. This was a big week, guys. It was a bicycle day. You know that's really LSD day. Have you ever tried LSD 24? Too minty. Not that great. LSD 23, superb, but only lasts 1 second and is immediately addictive, so that was tough. 420, weed day. Thought so. But the most stressful holiday was yesterday, Earth Day. That is the worst, that is the most awful holiday, Earth Day. What do you buy for a planet that has everything? You can't go to the dollar store like you normally do and get Earth something. I'd be happier to shop for the moon, like Moon Day. The moon has nothing. You can get the moon like an empty box. The moon opens it up. It's like, what's this? You're like, atmosphere, suck it up. But Earth Day, I did something for the Earth. Who did something for the Earth on Earth Day? I ran around to all the drum circles I could find, and I told them to shut the hell up. Earth is trying to sleep in today. Didgeridoo, didgeridoo. Hey, there's this great theater downtown called the Blue Room. Are you familiar with that Blue Room Theater? Above Collier's. And they have a great play there now called the Vibrator Play. And one of the stars of that play is also a comedian. So put your hands together right now for Becky Lynn.
I love having walk-up music. That's cool. Thanks. Thank you. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hi. All right. I'm going to talk about myself. It's my favorite topic. I'm a former shaken baby, guys. It's not funny. It wasn't a joke. No, I was born during the Loma Prieta earthquake in '89 in Oakland. Yeah, woo, Oakland. It was really interesting when the world tries to shake you out of existence. Put a damper on my self-esteem. But then, guys, I was rewarded by being adopted by a nice older white family, which is cool. So I really feel like I'm amongst my people. So most of you are super white, which is fine. It's fine. It's how this works. It's adopted has been a trip, you know, having white parents and stuff. It's super interesting. I used to get made fun of a lot. Kids would be like, oh, you're adopted, that's weird, which I never really understood because, like, my parents chose me and yours were stuck with you. So I win, right? I win. I thought that's how that worked until I found out that adopting a non-white baby is like thousands of dollars cheaper than a white one. So it turns out my parents just couldn't pass up a good deal, you know? I like to think that they were like perusing the aisles of Burlington Baby Factory, you know, just like shopping. We're gonna get a kid today, you know, and they're like looking up and down the aisles. There's like those top shelf blonde-haired, blue-eyed kids and the gingers. You know, there's like the mid-grade Asian babies. And then you get to the way back, you know, to like the clearance bin. And then there's me laying on top of Mexican babies with cleft lips, like with a trag around my neck, all spinal, minor imperfection, previously shaken. No big deal. Yeah. It's my wife, guys. It gets better or worse. My mom just died. So that was a big bummer. But like it alleviated a lot of anxiety, you know, because like I can step on so many cracks now, which is really nice. I don't have to worry about it because, you know, you can't break someone's back when they're cremated. I'm a terrible person, terrible person. Been living in Chico for a while. It's been really interesting. It's been about 6 years. Dating's a trip here. It's really fascinating. I'm a big snooper. Any women here that snoop a lot? You don't have to admit it. I realize that it's broad daylight, but just know that I know that you snoop. I snoop a lot. Go into, you know, medicine cabinets. I never really understood that when women go into medicine cabinets, men's medicine cabinets, because like, why aren't you checking his spice rack? He may have a lithium prescription in his medicine cabinet, but if the only thing he has in his spice cabinet is like McCormick pepper and garlic salt, you shouldn't let him in there. I just think that's a really terrible idea. Super terrible idea. I banged a lot of white guys since I've lived here. Not because that's what I'm into, there's just not a lot of other options, you guys. Look around. You know, it's really interesting. I never understand why they feel the need to tell me that I'm the first black girl they've ever been with. Like, I don't know. I've been trying to teach you rhythm for the last, 3.5 minutes, sir. This is clearly your first rodeo. And what am I supposed to say? Oh, it is an honor to be considered for this position. Missionary, again. Can I get a certificate of achievement to place upon my mantle so that when people walk into my home, they know that I'm accomplished? Yes, these are all the white men I've done. Very fascinating young lady. A few months ago, recently got dumped by a white guy with no rhythm. That was a bummer. Thank you. And it wasn't even over anything good. I was like, hey, babe, you and I, we both have the day off. Let's go to the park. And he was like, you know, I'm not ready for this. I just really don't have my shit together. It's like, how much do you have to have your shit together to go to the park? Homeless people, they live at the park and the Plaza. Sorry, guys. I don't like the park anymore. All right, that's my time. I've been Becky. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna do our first giveaway. It's a comedy CD of Eliza Schlesinger or something like that. It's very funny. If you can tell me the name of the comic that was just on stage. Rebecca, doesn't work. What'd you got back there? Becky Lynn, we have a winner. You want to come up? I'll come over to you. Hey, I don't know if you know this, Chico, but there's comedy shows every Monday at the Maltese and every Wednesday at the Studio Inn. And this guy, you can see him there. He's a local comedian. Give it up for Travis Dowdy.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Having a good time? Yeah? Fantastic. Let's just get into it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Travis Dowdy, and I'm a really insecure person. One of my major insecurities is my hair. That's why I wear the beanie. I absolutely hate my hair, because my hair has one of two modes. It's either the most standard Jew fro you've ever seen in your life, or if I cut it all off, I look like a guy who doesn't like Jews very much. So I guess you could say my hair is kind of Semitically confused. All right. Another thing about myself is I smoke cigarettes. I smoke American spirits, and I want to talk about them because, first off, I don't think there's anything more un-American than to call your product American something, especially to have the balls to call your product the spirit of America when your logo is a racially depicted Native American person smoking a peace pipe on a product that gives you cancer. Then again, I guess, monetizing minority culture is the American way, so in that way, they're a very American company. But I smoke them anyway, though, because I love the full, robust flavor with a tiny little hint of white guilt. It just kind of makes it for me. All right. Another thing about myself is I was raised by Christian parents. My father's a minister, preacher, and so therefore, whenever they come to visit, I have to lie to them about everything that I do. Like, when they come to visit, I can't tell them about what I do. They're like, well, what do you do for fun? I'm like, well, there's the park, there's the Plaza. I can't tell them that there's this magical thing called Buck Night downtown, to where for $20 I can go out and get hammered, high-five a homeless person, and then steal somebody's Bernie Sanders sign from their lawn and start my own protest at 2 a.m. It's great, just walking down the street. Now, because I grew up as a preacher's kid, I got sent to Christian summer camp for like 10 years. And that kind of formed a lot of who I was. But the thing is, this Christian summer camp was a very interesting place. Like, we had a banquet at the end of the week because we couldn't have a dance because this camp was basically the town from Footloose, to where they're like, dancing is immoral, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a banquet, which puts a lot of pressure on the kids. In my mind, I thought that they were just like, you know what? We're gonna have these kids freak out all week about who they're gonna ask out, watch them dress up, and then watch them eye-bang each other for 4 hours. That's the plan. That's the plan. I had a girlfriend one time at this summer camp. I was 14, she was 16. She made out with me on a bus on the way to a field trip, so I thought we were gonna get married. And then she broke up with me 3 days later. It was the most magical 3 days. She broke up with me at the camp talent show, during the talent show, while the girl was on stage singing Lucky by Britney Spears. So now I have like post-traumatic song disorder, to where now every time I hear that song, I have to like go find the nearest window and just kind of hope it's raining, so I can look out it longingly and just go, she's so lucky. She's a star. Anyways, I was outside my house one day smoking a cigarette because I hate myself. And I saw this bee just kind of hanging out by the front door, just kind of landing and, fluttering, just being a bee. And then my brain just goes, bing, smoke, bees. Smoke knocks out bees. So I take a drag of my cigarette and I blow it on the bee, and the bee just dies. So now not only am I a self-loathing person, I am now a murderer. But I had this thought. I'm an omnipotent being in comparison to this bee. This bee could be a bee or even be a being based on me being a being willing it to be. But the question is, what kind of being does that make me? Am I the kind of being who's not going to allow a bee to be a being just because I don't want it to be? Or am I the kind of being that believes all beings and bees should have a chance to be because I believe that they should be? All I know at the end of the day, you guys, is that I killed a bee. But I do believe that the be or not to be question was answered that day. And it said, I am a super jerk, bee murdering person. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I had a weird experience recently going back to my parents' house. Started digging through boxes of my old stuff, and I found a cassette tape that I used to record songs off the radio onto. And just for nostalgia purposes, I put it in the stereo. And what came on surprised me. It was a news spot talking about 9/11. And it was talking about the destruction and the body count. And what hit me is I realized I recorded this on 9/11, like as it was happening in the aftermath. And I had to ask myself a question. Did I record this because I knew that this moment in history was going to be important to me and everybody, especially in my generation? Or did I know that Ludacris's I've Got Hoes is about to come on, and I'm not missing recording the first verse this time? All right, you guys, my name is Travis Dowdy. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Good work, crowd. Hey, if this isn't enough for you, you can also watch the show live on your phone, because the kids these days, if you search BCAC TV, or if you text your friends and let them know that if they go to BCAC TV, search that on YouTube, you can watch the show live. Time for another giveaway from Comedy Dynamics. What is the Christian name of Becky? That is correct. I wanted it to be this woman, but she's gone. I'm going to put it on her seat. She would have known it. I know she would have known that. Hey, your next comic all the way from Arcata. Give it up right now for Matt Redbeard.
I just flew in from Humboldt County and pouring my arms high, you know what I mean? This is a spot. I'm sorry that getting up here just took like all the wind out of me. I'm Matt Redbeard. A little bit about myself. I live at home with my mom. I know it's hilarious, right? You know, and moms can get kind of annoying, but not nearly as annoying as having to pay for my own stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know how to make macaroni and cheese. Like, what does she expect me to do? But to keep myself from losing my mind, I had to improve my situation. So now I just pretend that I'm in a TV show called Hanging with Mr. Mom, and I just pretend my mom's a retired basketball player, and it's all good. I like to smoke weed out of my favorite shotgun. I call him Kurt Kabong. Whatever, guys, it's mind-blowing. You know, pull the trigger with my Courtney glove, you know, it's just... People always come up to me and they're like, hey, Redbeard, how come Bigfoot only lives in places where people smoke weed? And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I've never seen that dude at Taco Bell, you know? He's more of a Wendy's guy. We all know that. He likes the square burgers. As a comedian, you get to travel a lot. I recently got to spend 2 weeks in India. I learned so much. Like, I met this one woman. I walked up to this woman, and she had a single dot on her forehead. It was called the bindi. It's part of her religion. It's a Hindu thing. And then if you see a woman with 3 dots on her forehead, that means there's a predator standing behind you. You better run. My favorite TV show is Hoarders. Have you guys watched Hoarders before? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it's my favorite TV show, but I'm going to admit I only watched the first 2 minutes because I don't want to hear about your problems. I just want to see how messed up your house is, you know? You could tell me your uncle left you locked in a closet with a bunch of cats for 10 years, or you could just open the closet and show me the cats, you know? I opened up my own restaurant recently. It's a soup restaurant. It's called Ignorance is Bisque. It's pretty good. At least I think it's pretty good. I haven't bothered asking anyone yet. I tried salvia for the first time recently. Has anyone ever tried salvia before? Okay, for those who haven't, it's a rad thing to do if you want to feel like the ghost getting eaten by Pac-Man, you know what I mean? Let's go, whoa, 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 whoa. just eat acid, guys. It's easy. It's way cheaper. I've actually been eating probably a little too much acid lately, if you couldn't tell. But you learn a lot of things when you do hallucinogenics. I learned one thing that I can't do when I'm high on acid, which is get nostalgic. I did a bunch of acid and tried to watch my favorite TV show from back when I was a kid, Clarissa Explains It All. You guys remember that show? Yeah. Well, Clarissa didn't explain anything at that point, you know? And then, you know, it was just kept building. I was starting to peak, so I just nicked out, you know? It's like, are you afraid of the dark? We're about to find out, you know? All I'm saying is I was rocking my own modern life, guys. It was rad. I'm going to leave you guys with this one. Do you think at an exorcism the demon's ever like, hey, possession is 9/10 the law? You know? I've been Matt Redbeard, everyone. Thank you.
Nice work, everybody's. Chico has a really strong comedy community. You guys should come and support all the shows they have. And this next comic, local Chico comedian. Give it up right now for Amy Helen.
Man, my mom just pulled up, but she's sitting in the car like an asshole. What a bitch. So, anyone here a nail biter? I have literally been a nail biter my whole life. Up until recently, I was like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And turns out nails just keep growing. And it's just, it's great. It takes so much effort to maintain them that I wasn't prepared for. You know, you just eat your nails and they're gone, but then now you have to clip them. And anyway, I just thought that was an interesting revelation I had. So I ride a scooter around. That's my main form of transportation. And when I got it, I thought I'd have a little more street cred. You know what I mean? Like, especially with like bikers, you know, I thought that I'd be able to like, you know, flash them with a peace sign. Nobody does that for me. I thought I'd be a little more thug, you know. I have a helmet on, patch on my jacket, but no, I'm not a gangster. I mean, I grew up in a cul-de-sac. The only drive-by I've ever experienced is an ice cream truck. And it's a pretty, it's a thrilling experience. So I go to Butte College. Anyone else here go to Butte College? Yeah, 2 people. Great. So I go to Butte College, and I was in my biology class, and we were doing a human physical fitness lab, and they were going over, you know, based on like a 2,500 calorie a day diet, if you're a normal person, you know, based on how many calories you burn day to day through exercise, at the end of the day, would you be gaining weight or losing it? And turns out I don't really need a chart to tell me the answer. I think it's pretty clear that I'm fat, so that's fun. It's good stuff. Oh man, the Plaza is weird. I'm not used to being here. There's usually hordes of 13-year-old girls. Scary. Oh, whatever. Okay, my name's Amy Helen. I hope you guys have a good day. Come to Duffy's tonight, I'll be there.
Comedy is not easy, guys. Hey, I got a Josh Blue CD. We're gonna play a little game now. It's called Who Has a CD Player? Oh, the sound guy has one. Perfect. He won. Let's see, you gotta be a little quicker than that. If you're not quicker than that, Hillary Clinton's gonna be president, so. Hillary Clinton's trying to get all hip, you know, with the kids now. She's trying to she was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night, and she's like, if you vote for me, and this is true, she goes, if you vote for me, I'm gonna tell the truth about Area 51. Has anybody heard this? And then she dislocated her jaw and swallowed a rat. I'm just saying she's reptilian. I'm dropping knowledge, but I also drop some acid. So here's the point, guys. You won this. After this festival in the park, it goes to Has-Beans for free, and also Duffy's and Maltese and B Street and Blue Room. Running the show at Has-Beans at 9 o'clock after this is our next comic. Give it up right now for Melissa J.
Hi, everybody. My name's Melissa J, and yes, I am a dude. Okay, I know most of you had already figured that out, but my parents still haven't figured out I'm a boy, so I just thought I'd mention it. But I'm a cross-dresser. I love cross-dressing. In fact, things are going so well, I've even begun menstruating. So I got pulled over on the way here, and I could tell the cop didn't like me because of what I was wearing. I started getting nervous, so I pulled out one of my old excuses from high school. I said, "Officer, the clothes aren't mine. I'm just holding them for a friend." I see some of you have used that excuse before. Does everybody remember the Just Say No commercial where the kid says to the parent, "You, I learned it from watching you"? We all remember that? Yes, thank you. How are we all doing out there? I said, did you all remember that? I know you remembered it by your slow response to that question. But coming out to your parents as a transgender is not easy. At one point, my mom started getting really flustered, and she said, "How could this happen?" So I decided to make a joke, and I busted out one of the classics. I said, "You, I learned it from watching you." And she did not think it was funny, no. I have faced a lot of rough crowds as a comic. That was by far the roughest. So one of the things that's always bothered me about living in Chico is that commercial on the radio. I'm sure y'all have heard it. It goes, "Gold Country Casino." And what the hell is that? Those of you who have lived here, you remember it just used to go, "Gold Country Casino," boom, song. That's all you need. When they built that hotel, it's like you can build a whole new hotel, build a new song. I'm going to build some new pronunciation while I'm at it. All right, who's thinking about banging me right now? Come on. And if you are, I know where you're coming from. I want to bang me too. Oh my God, I want to bang myself so bad. And you have no idea how weird that is to go through life like that. One day I'm going to figure out how to connect the dots, and you won't see me for a long time. But I do joke around. I'm a cross-dresser, one of the many branches on the transgender tree, which also makes me part of Team LGBT. I can't think of a better team to be on. But I gotta say, one of the first things I noticed going to those parties is that it's funny how it's LGBT. Yes, how convenient for the lesbians. L, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but can we have an Olympics every 4 years? You know, to redetermine the order? We'll go somewhere sunny like Barcelona, and we'll hold contests like competitive shopping. Who can order the most complicated espresso drink? And at the end of it, we'll pick a winner and we'll shuffle it up. You know, I'm kidding around. I love my lesbian friends. You know I got your backs, but the T wants a crack at the title. I'm just saying. So the other thing I've noticed with all this letter awareness is that nobody's getting excited about celibacy. With all this alphabet soup, I don't see anyone repping the C at any of these parties. You know, I've done a lot of shopping in my day. I've never seen one of those oversized, overpriced baseball hats that has the word celibacy spelled out in an urban font. And then there's the matching hooded sweatshirt. And what about hip hop? You're never gonna hear about a gangster rapper named Celibacy? How are you gonna make a music video? What are you gonna do, sit on a yacht by yourself? Celibacy. Be right there at 9 o'clock at Has Beans. Thank you all so much.
Nice work, audience. You're a good crowd. We should do this every night. Anyway,
Great Scott! The comedy festival has already begun. We gotta go back in time. 42.5 minutes to get to the beginning of the show. Just a few adjustments of the flux capacitor. Oh, it's my other pants. Sorry. Hey, folks! What a crowd. Boy, that killed, didn't it? It was great up in here, man. It's like, just do the voice and get off. Okay. You know, it's political season now, and I don't like anybody that's going. Pee Wee Herman. Think it'd be good? Get in the White House there. La 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 la. The Oval Office. I could run around in here all day long and never hit a corner. Oh, Miss Yvonne, can you come in here? I seem to have dropped something under my desk. That's all I got, folks. I'm John Bertelli. I'll be back.
more of John. He'll be at Duffy's Tavern show. That starts at 9 o'clock also tonight. All the way from Eureka, California to entertain you guys today. Give it up right now for Dutch Savage.
I have a lot of skeletons in my closet, but they're all women skeletons, so I'm not gay. Today I asked my cat what she thought. She was on the fence. I decided that I'm going to have him cremated, and I'm going to spread his ashes in his two most favorite places in the whole world. In the kitchen and on my balls. Last Sunday I went to a non-denominational. It was filled with a bunch of zeros. There. And I thought to myself, man, if God wanted me to go to church, he would have made himself real. But I do believe that there are dead midgets who have watched me have sex. Whenever I see that advertisement that's like, hey, Christian and single, man, I get pissed off. I wish they'd just be honest and be like, hey, are you stupid and ugly? God must really hate you. My dying wish is going to be, I hope I don't die. If that movie Mask was made today, it could be about this morning, I poured milk on my great-grandfather's ashes. Reincarnation, instant breakfast. It wasn't that great.
My friend, he says he hates life. I just wish he would try cinnamon life. My favorite hobby is coin collecting because I am really poor. My old girlfriend just died, but she was really, really old. My proctologist told me I look just like my brother. I'm pretty drunk. I'm even prettier sober. All babies are miracles. That makes alcohol a I don't ever want to get a vasectomy, not because I might like to have kids, but because I just love pulling out. You guys want to hear a joke? What do you call 3 fat guys trying to stay alive? Diabetes. I don't like to talk politics, you know what I mean? But I will say this. If someone's going to vote for Donald Trump, I don't automatically think they're a complete retarded idiot, but I do think that I'm a liar. I don't like it when people use the word retarded because they're usually talking about me. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Thanks. Thank you. Do I know you? No. I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, maybe you're lying, aren't you? Oh, good. I fucked her good. That's what happened. It's the best sex she ever had in her life. I mean, I had good sex with her. I had proper sex with her. How you guys doing, Chico? You guys wish you could call Domino's and just ask them to deliver you food from somewhere good? Like, you guys are so good at delivering this crap pizza. Imagine if you actually had something good to deliver, right? And I just had a baby. Not myself, like I have a wife. I know that's hard to believe. You're like, someone had sex with him and kept the baby? That is insane. We just took him to the doctor. He's 9 months old. We took him to the doctor. He's healthy. He's in the 100th percentile for height. Means he's tall. That's great. He's also in the 100th percentile for weight. Yeah, that means he's fat as hell. He's fat. 100th percentile, that means if you took 100 other babies and put them in a room, my baby would be the fattest one. Looks like he ate all the other babies. He's fat. He's great, though. He's great. I notice my snacks are missing more and more often. I had him in my lap the other night. I was on Yahoo. I wasn't on a pornography site because this is a PG show. I was looking at Sesame Street on the internet, and I was eating a taco, and about halfway through, I realized half my taco was gone because my baby had eaten it from the bottom. And he ate the wrapper too. It was all gone. It was great. He's the sweetest thing. I'm kind of worried though. I thought when I had him, it would make me be more healthy. Because when you have a baby, I didn't eat well at all before. I ate bad, I ate terrible. I thought, now I have a baby, so I'm gonna eat healthy, I'm gonna do the right thing. But that's not true. I eat worse than ever now. Like, he came and now I don't have time for anything. I'm lazier than I've ever been. I ate at Chevron last night. Yeah, I ate dinner at Chevron, you guys. I ate something called the Big Ass Burger. Yeah, it says on the wrapper, now with more big ass flavor. I never wanted any ass flavor. That's some marketing guy sitting in a room like, yeah, this guy is already eating at Chevron. Let's make him feel really crappy about himself. The worst part is I live like in Capitola. The Chevron is 10 feet from the Whole Foods. Yeah, I could go eat a proper meal, but I just don't care enough to do it. I'd rather get humor out of my life. I'm killing myself to make you guys laugh. I think that's more important. I got this neighbor. I think he might be dyslexic. I'm kind of worried about him. Pretty sure he's dyslexic. Every day I see him smoking weed right at 2:40. Like, man, you gotta wait a couple hours. Got this all wrong, man. I like being a father. It's pretty cool. Before I had a kid, it changes you though. Like before I had a kid, I used to smoke weed inside all the time, just bong load after bong load. And after the kid, I can't do that. Like now I have to go outside and smoke weed. It's changed me completely. And like I can't get my kid high, but the best part is I'll go outside and I'll hear the neighbors' kids, and I'll just watch as the smoke billows over to them. I'm like, yeah. These kids are going to be eating Taco Bell in no time. Because I don't care if I get your kids high. I just don't want to get my kid high, you know? Like, that's what it is. Protect your own kids. That's the number one thing. Like, I'll blow weed smoke in your kid's face, and I don't care. And that's a disclaimer. If you live in... I don't care. I really don't. If you have a kid and you live in Santa Cruz, that should be part of the disclaimer, like he might just get a contact high from walking around. Being fat is kind of cool because like no one ever expects you to do anything. Like my wife never expects me to go on walks. It's a great surprise when I do. It makes her so happy. She's like, you want to go on a walk to the beach? I'm like, do I look like I've ever walked anywhere, let alone a beach? I hate sand. If I go on the beach, like I get sand in places, and it's there for years. I can't get it out. Look at me. I can't find things. I lose things sometimes. Thanks. That's Rachel. She's got minute cards over there. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. She's a beautiful smile and big boobs. Those will get you far in life, everybody. Let me tell you. It works for me. Works for me. Oh, man. People give me crap. I eat a lot of fast food. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You have to eat it in moderation, though. I think that's the thing. Like Taco Bell, I love Taco Bell. But it's like, yeah, people give me crap. They're like, you can't eat that. That's the worst kind of food. I'm like, I know. You can't eat Taco Bell all the time. That's one of those things. You're not supposed to eat it all the time. You eat it as a treat. You don't have it all the time. You have it like once or twice a day. You know, like that's one of those things you eat in moderation. Nice. It had her number on it. It said, call me later. We're going to make biscuits and gravy. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know. It sounds sexy, though. My name is Sean Sinha. Enjoy the rest of the festival, you guys. Thank you.
And remember, kids, don't do edibles. Have you guys ever done edibles together? Sir, ma'am, have you done the magic brownie? No? I recommend it. You're going to be together for a long time, right? You should do a split a brownie. If you want to see what he's going to be like in 10 years when he has Alzheimer's, eat a brownie tonight. You can't remember one joke to the next. Tomorrow night at the Big Room, and Sierra Nevada Big Room, pretty exciting, our headliner show. It's sold out. I have 6 tickets. If you want to buy a ticket to the sold-out show, come talk to me. One of your headliners is coming up next. He is an embalmer, a comedian, a poet and a storyteller you might have heard on NPR, Snap Judgment. He has a TV show called Kyle Bowen's Not Safe for Work that premieres Friday late night on Comcast Channel 11. Give it up right now for Kyle Bowen.
All right, we got a band. Hi, guys. You know how to do rim shots? That's exactly, okay, stand by. I'm going to need you in a second. Hi, ladies, gentlemen, permanent residents of the park. See, okay, that's better. Wasn't good to begin with, but it's better with the rim shot. By the way, permanent residents, is the meth good this year? No? Oh, apparently so. Okay. My name is Kyle. I live in this town. I am now 56 years old, and I am the oldest Kyle I have ever met. In fact, I am so old that everybody I love is dead. But don't feel bad for me because I have an alibi. But now there's a bunch of Kyles 20 years younger than me, but there's none before me, and so I kind of had to blaze the trail with this name. And my name was mispronounced all through my life. I was Carl, I was Cal, I was Lyle. At my wedding, my uncle at my wedding called me Lyle, because Kyle's not a name. So of all the people that have mispronounced my name, the one that hurt the most was the gorgeous South African girl I knew who came to visit me in California from South Africa, and she called me Carl, like that, which is sexy as heck. So I'm showing her all around. She couldn't say my name right, but I forgave her for that because she was sexy as heck. And I'm showing her all around California. We do all the California things, the cable cars and all that stuff you're supposed to do with the tourists that you'd never do otherwise. And we go to Disneyland, and we go do all the rides. We're on all of the rides, and she has a great time, and we're walking by a big building, and she goes, oh, I want to go on that ride, Kyle. I go, it's not a ride. She goes, yes, there's people in line. It's not a ride. I don't know if you've been to Disneyland, and I don't know if you have seen the It's a Small World ride, but it is the most evil torture device ever created by God or man. It is a big building. They have these boats in it. There's 2 seats in the boat, room for 2 or 3 people on a seat. You get in there, you go on the boat, and about 1,000 dolls sing at you for 8, 9, 10 hours. And by the end of the ride, your brain is turned to jelly. You're in a semi-comatose state in some dark alley somewhere, soiling yourself and muttering about the 10,000 tiny eyes peering pinprick holes into your soul. So I don't want to go on this, but again, she's really gorgeous. So yeah, okay, I'll go on the It's a Small World ride. So I get on the boat with her, and sitting in front of us is Mom with 2 kids. She's got like a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. She's sitting right in front of us. And we're going along, and oh my God, this music, I don't know if you've done it, but oh, it's so incessant. It just goes on and on and on. And fortunately, I have one minor talent. And it's a talent that saved my life that day. I have the talent to write doggerel verse. And that's what I did. I made up my own lyrics to the song, and that saved my life. And it went like this. There's some bloody flesh and some matted fur, but it's not a cat and it's not a cur. Though we're not quite sure why, we can identify it's a dead squirrel after all. And meanwhile, Michelle's going, really? Call? And Mom is like trying to hold closed 4 ears with 2 hands, but I'm not done. I got a second verse. Going down the road, I could almost fly, and that's when I made me my own road pie. Yes, I start to perspire as he runs beneath my tire. He's a dead squirrel after all. It's a dead squirrel after all. Come on, it's a dead squirrel after all. Sing it. It's a dead squirrel after all. It's a dead, dead squirrel. So remember, when the world has got you down and nobody can pronounce your name, it's a dead squirrel after all. I'm Kyle Bowen. Good night.
You know he won Weirdest Person in Chico this year, right? Because I don't live here anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce William Shatner.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. I'm sorry I'm interrupting your little festivities here, but I've been having one heck of a day. First, I ate something that maybe looked like this, God knows. And then I got doused with some water, which shrunk my shirt. And then my communicator pooped down on me like that car. So I've got to use my backup communicator. This one. I know it's old, but it works only in this area. That's why I'm here. Thank you for being quiet while I make a call. Let's see if I remember the number to the ship. Let's see. Doctor Enterprise, Cookter Enterprise. Come in, Mr. Sulu. Zulu here. That was horrible. Mr. Sulu, could you please gather me another shirt, communicator, and maybe a pregnancy test? I'm not sure what's going on here, but that'd be great. And also, if you could just bring it to me, down here is what's called Butt County, I think. Butt County, yes. Oh my, Captain. I'm doing both voices if you couldn't tell there, just in case. Oh, you leaving already? Look at that, he turned his back on me. Okay, that's my time, thank you. Thank you. I get a hint.
Good job, buddy. Hey, you having a good time? It's pretty good, right? For free in the park? Not bad, not too shabby. This next comedian, he is running his show tonight after this at 9 o'clock at B Street Public House. Have you ever been there? Next to Collier's Hardware. Give it up right now for Bob Backstrom.
What up, Chico? How you feeling? I've always wanted to be on this stage because it's like so many bands that played here and so many high society people have had sex back there. So I always wanted to perform on this stage. I'm bummed though because a bunch of my friends said they were going to come out, but they told me that I had to put them on the guest list because they couldn't afford the cover. I'm just going to sit here and laugh for the rest of my time. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out. 5 o'clock, well now it's like 7. Give a big round of applause for DNA. It takes huge cojones to try to throw a show, a 3-hour comedy show in the middle of downtown Chico in the day where everybody's sober. Well, looks like half of you are sober. And you can't do anything dirty and you can't make fun of the pre-mentioned high society who spend their day and evenings in the park. So it's like, what are we supposed to talk about? Thank you. Again, I'll just laugh. So like, since I knew about this about a month ago, I was like, okay, I gotta come up with 5 minutes of clean material, which is really hard because if you've ever seen me before, I like to cuss. Maybe because I'm not that funny, but when you cuss, being not funny is a little bit funnier. Just a little bit. Yeah, you gotta love those park hecklers. So the month came down to a week, and then I had a week to basically write material, but instead I just spent the week having sex and doing drugs, so I didn't come up with anything. So yeah, so there's that. But this is an awesome event. It's great that there's shows all over the place. The best shows, of course, at B Street tonight. You should come out at 9 o'clock. But go to all the shows if you can, and once again, get up for DNA. That's all I got, because I don't got any more clean things.
Good work, guys. You ever been to Santa Cruz? That's where I live now. It's pretty good. It's kind of politically correct. You know what I mean? Like, I got pulled over by the police on the way up here. And she pulled me over. She's like, excuse me, sir, how much gluten have you eaten today? I was like, I had a muffin. She's like, out of the car. I was like, but it was a gluten-free muffin. She's like, back in the car, namaste. Then she peeled her out. She was like, Arr! She peeled out. But it was a Prius, so it was just like, just the smell of French fries. I have a couple more tickets left for for the sold-out show tomorrow at the Big Room, and one of your headliners tomorrow is this next comic, also from Santa Cruz. Give it up for Emily Catalano.
What's up, guys? I recently got these glasses, not because my eyes are getting worse, but because wearing these is a lot easier than waxing my unibrow. So that's what's up with me. I try to look good sometimes. Like, one of my goals is to look good in a bikini. I don't know how to look good in a bikini, so I Googled how to make that booty look hella good. But Google corrected my mistake. Google was like, did you mean how to advocate for the human rights of Syrian refugees? Thank you, Google, for making me a better person. But, you know, it's actually a really important topic that we should talk about. Bikini season. It's coming up soon. Gotta stay in shape. That's why I ran a marathon last weekend. Thank you. It's okay, it wasn't technically a real marathon, it was Costco. I walked up and down every aisle looking for free samples. It's a good workout. I've decided recently that I don't think I want to have children. I like kids, I just don't really want to make something that's gonna turn into an adult. Like I'd way rather listen to a kid cry than listen to an adult tell me about their app idea. Gonna tell you guys about my app idea real quick. Sort of like Fruit Ninja, only instead of chopping fruit, you chop off your ex's penis. But then you have the option to surgically reattach it so that you can chop it off again. It's called F you, Nathan. Got another app idea for when I've been drinking a lot. It's called I Want You Back, Nathan. As soon as I open this app, it just slaps me in the face. Redirects me back to the other app. Play it again for hours and hours. I like games. I've noticed that, like, as I've gotten older, the games that I like to play have changed a little bit. Like, when I was a kid, I really liked to play games like ping pong and frisbee and truth or dare. I got a little bit older and I started playing games like beer pong and frisbee and truth or beer. But I'm old now, I don't play those games anymore. I really like to play this game called Drink Alone Every Night. And the rules are, you have to drink every time you think about drinking. You have to take a shot every time you cry into your pillow. And you win when you fall asleep. So, I'm a winner, most nights. I cry a lot, guys. I cry at weddings all the time. I can't help it, I just get like really emotional when I see two people look into each other's eyes and blatantly lie. It's really sad. How many? Oh, 1 minute. Okay, cool. All right. So, trying to think of clean material. I'm writing fan fiction. I'm writing fan fiction based on those Geico commercials. In my story, everybody in the marketing team dies and there's no more Geico commercials. Thank you. It's going to be out soon. Look for it. I'm also writing a romance novel. I'm not big into romance novels because, I don't know, it's hard to relate with somebody else's fantasy. So I'm writing my own where I'm the main character. And it's about me and my relationship with Jose, the guy who works at that taqueria right over there. And you know, there's just a lot of scenes where I come home from work and there's Jose standing there just totally making me a burrito. Then he watches me as I strip off the tin foil from but not too spicy because he knows how I like it. So yeah, it's just a lot. There's no sexual. Thanks, guys.
You can see more of Emily at Duffy's tonight, at the Blue Room tonight, and tomorrow at the Big Room. We all right? Your next comic has a TV show on. Do you guys watch Channel 11 a lot? Comcast? You don't watch community TV? What kind of community is this? Do you know who your mayor is? You guys are falling apart. You know what planet you're on? Not at all. Are you hallucinating me or am I hallucinating you, lady? Your next comic has a show on community TV number 11 called Talking with TJ. Give it up right now for TJ Hudson.
Killing it. Thanks, guys. What's up? Or nothing. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing's up. Thanks for coming out to the beginning of the comedy festival. We're live on radio, live on TV, so I got to keep this clean. I don't know why they hired me. I'm going to do my best. You guys are probably going to get pissed off. But they said clean, not offensive, so here we go. I'm a server. I work here at a local restaurant. I'm not allowed to say which one because I don't want to get fired. But I work here at a local restaurant. I serve tables. The other day I had a 10 top of Asian women come in. It was like 10 little Asian women that came in for lunch. And I asked my busser, who's Asian, I said, hey, Andy, you think any of those girls are cute? And he goes, no, I don't. I don't date Asians. And I was like, why not? And he goes, well, they look, they remind me of my sister. And I said, holy shit, even you guys can't tell each other apart? I tried. I told you guys. No, you can't say that. We're on TV. We're on TV. Keep it clean. I do work in a restaurant, and the cooks, man, cooks are a different type of breed. I'm a server. I'm front of the house. I got to sell myself. I got to present myself. The cooks, they say the craziest stuff, and they were giving me a hard time. I like rubbing feet. I'll be honest with you guys up front. They call it a foot fetish. I like rubbing feet. Ladies, do you like your feet rubbed? I hear a couple. You rub some feet, guys. Grow up, rub some feet. The guys at work, they tell me I'm gross. They're like, TJ, you rub feet? That's gross. I'm like, guys, honestly, would you rather rub a foot or, lick a butthole? And I thought this was an easy question, you know what I mean? Until they all answered lick a butthole. I was like, gross, guys, grow up, all right? I'm going to rub that foot 10 out of 10 times, all right? Because maybe, all right, maybe she stepped in poop. You know what I mean? Poop definitely came out of that butthole, guys. I'm not licking it.
And even if she just showered, there's more waiting on the other side, all right? Like, take a science class. It's not how that works. Yeah, thanks, guys. I didn't even know I liked rubbing feet. It comes from my ex-girlfriend. She was a terrible person. And I had to rub her feet every night just to keep her happy. The only time she was happy is if I was rubbing her feet or, you know, she was blowing some other dude. So, well, yeah, I figured that out. You gotta lick it every now and then. Thanks. Well, this is going great. I'm just saying, rub a foot, don't lick a butthole, guys. That's my point. I used to believe in everything I just said. Until recently, accidentally, I licked a butthole. I was in the area. I didn't mean to do it. But here's the thing. It didn't taste as bad as I thought it would. You know what I mean? I don't know why we say things taste like poop. That's the word I got to use. It didn't taste like anything. The next time my mom's like, how's the turkey? I'm going to be like, it tastes like poop, Mom. Pass the salt. Yeah, see what I did there? Oh, okay. I got to get off stage. Hey, thank you guys very much. I'm TJ Hudson. Have a great night.
Too offensive? I feel like I have to give you presents now after that. From Comedy Dynamics, Kathleen Madigan, you know her, she's hilarious. DVD of Mark Maron and a bunch of people. And then this is a local compilation disc with Emily Catalano, a bunch of comedians. This game is called Who Has a CD and DVD Player? You already won. Young lady back there? Nice. That's the way it goes, folks. I was a little late, but nice. Thanks for playing. I'm really excited because we have a lot of Bay Area comics. You ever go down to the Bay Area, see people at the Punchline, clubs like that? Comedy fans? This guy's one of the funniest guys in the Bay Area. I'm really glad he's here tonight. Give it up right now for Brandon Stokes.
Chico, California! Make some noise! Woo! Yes! Then the right side. Left side. How much more time do I have? Supposed to make 5 minutes worth of clean jokes, and I don't really do that much. Actually, my intro when I come on the stage is I come in and I move the mic and I say, "Sup, bitches," but I won't do that tonight. I won't do that because I gotta keep it clean. Do not say "Sup, bitches" like my normal intro. I do a lot of different things since I've moved to San Francisco. Like one of them is sometimes I drink coffee, right? And one time I was coming out of a gas station where I get my coffee and food and most stuff that I do, right? And this crackhead guy comes up to me, he goes, "Hey man, you smoking coffee?" Well, you drinking coffee? That's way too strong for me. I say, "No, it's too strong for me." Crack. If I ever see a crackhead drinking a cup of decaf, I'm gonna punch him in his fucking chest. God, sorry for the children. Sorry, children. They're running around kicking each other in the chest at the moment and trying to get each other to not cry and tell their parents, but I can't use profanity, children. Let's see. I like you. Come to the other show. I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy told me that back in the day, men used to order food for women and used to open doors for women because they thought that they were too stupid to do it. And that's oppression, which I'm so against, right? So anytime I'm walking through a door and I see a pretty lady behind me, automatically I slam it in her face. I tell her, get it yourself, lady. I believe in you, and it's time for you to believe in yourself. Woo! What else? This is the longest 5 minutes of my life. But I think I'm doing well. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to come in here and die in Chico. I won't die on the stage in Chico, because if I do die here, you don't have enough black people and you're going to get a really bad rap. Nobody's ever coming to Chico again. They're killing black people on the stages. Let's see. I was having a conversation with some friends. I accidentally said something racist. It was an accident. And the stupid conversation we were having, we were just like, hey man, what are your favorite kind of girls? And then like we all, just dudes was like, you know, like black girls. And it was like, hey, that's all like Mexican girls. And this one dude came in and blew our mind. And he's like, you know what type of girls are my favorite? Half Asian. And I was like, whoa, you're right, dude. Those are the best women. And then I was thinking, you know what? I think every racist person should find themselves an Asian person, and we could have a whole world full of beautiful people. And then I thought, holy crap, did I just suggest that we breed out all the Asians? Like some type of weird, sexy genocide or something? And I don't know what's worse, the fact that I had that thought, or until I mentioned that, there was at least one person like, yo, half Asians are beautiful. That guy laughing in the back. It was him. Yeah, they were with it. Somebody was with it. It was like, oh man, it would be great. I had to have got, did I miss it? No, I will not do one more minute. I will not do one more. Thank you guys. I'll be at Duffy's.
Good work, crowd. Hey, anybody remember Chico's only comedy club called The Last Stand? Young lady, couple of people. This guy tried so hard to get something going on town. Give a big welcome right now for John Ross.
Thank you very much, DNA, bringing up my failures. Thank you. Went out of business. You want to talk about my marriage? Let's go over that for a second. Let's talk about all my failures. My parents were heroin addicts. Let's talk about that. Started off. Okay, hello, everyone. How are you? It's good to be here. They had a black guy here. That was cool. Yes, applaud for that. They went from the blackest guy to the whitest guy. We want to show diversity. I'm not showing my legs. I'm not going to do it. I'm glad the TV's here. You can go home and watch that. So that's nice. Later, if you want to do that, we don't want to bring everyone out from Chico, fill this place up. We're going to stay home, watch some TV. It's good to be here. I took a shower, everyone. Yes, you're welcome. I know that's new for you guys here in the park. You just turn the fountains on, you're right. It's good to be, I took a shower before I got here, but it was a bit of a struggle. There was a spider in the shower, and I was in a hurry, so I just went ahead and wiped the tears from my eyes and took the shower, got in there. And as I was in the shower, I looked at the spider and I said, you know, I'm going to let you live, spider. And then it got cocky, and you could tell when a spider gets cocky because it has 8 legs and it's a real deep strut, you know? The spider got cocky and it slipped and fell in the shower anyway, you know? I felt bad for it. I was like, what a crappy way to die, you know? To drown in someone's pee like that. That is, yeah. I changed that joke to make it clean. Come to the Maltese tonight, you'll hear the real version of that joke, if you like. I was sitting at the In-N-Out Burger like I usually do, and there were these 2 girls sitting next to me, and one girl turns to the other girl and she goes, if I'm pregnant, I don't tell anybody I'm pregnant, because if you get in a fight, they're going to go straight for your stomach. That's what she said. I was like, who are you talking to? That's going to go... I don't know, when you're pregnant, how about you just avoid the octagon? How about that? You don't let the other team know. How about you don't tell anything to that person even if you aren't pregnant? If that's the type of person, person's just going to walk up. What'd you say? Oh, when I'm done with you, I'm going to slap your baby breech. That's what's going to happen. Midwives, you get that joke? It's good to be here. I just moved back to Chico because I want to be where the entertainment industry is. Cameras. It's good to be here. Yeah. Shh. No heckling person I know. That was weird. It's good to be. I used to live in Sacramento, state capital. Show some respect, and that was cool. I lived up on the 3rd floor of this apartment complex, and I got home one day, and there were these 2 ladies arguing in front of my apartments, and I was there with my kids, and I was up on the 3rd floor, and I went out, decided to interrupt them because white privilege, and I should be in their business. I go, ladies, can you please move this along? And one lady, she looked up at me, and she goes, go F yourself, not those words, you duck-billed mother effer. Duck-billed mother effer, that's a very adjective-heavy insult, you know? So I was kind of taken back. I went back into my apartment to regroup, trying to figure out what she meant. They continued to argue and cuss, and I go, ladies, if you don't move this along, I'm going to call security. And the other lady's like, oh, are you going to call security? Well, then it's on like Donkey Kong, right? On like Donkey Kong, 2015. That's what she's referencing. She wasn't messing around either. She started climbing up my fire escape after me. Yeah, and I panicked. All I had were these barrels, just like chucking. I was like, oh. She was jumping over them. I'm just glad it was on like Donkey Kong and not on like Duck Hunt. I may have been shot. Oh, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. I say that a lot. I believe it. I believe it. Sassy black women are my favorite type of person. Sassy black women are like a city bus, because they always be like, should have opened with that one. Sorry. Russian people, oh. Russian people are like a car that won't start. Because they always be like, zhuzh, zhuzh, niet, 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 zhuzh, 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 niet, 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 zhuzh, 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 Ukraine, zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. All right, guys, check out my website, chipotle.com. Thank you very much. Chipotle.com, thank you.
Nice work, guys. You can tell by John's hat, he's a burglar, so lock your car. Hey, your next comic, all the way from San Francisco, give it up right now for Dro Nose.
Thank you, guys. I want to start off by saying that I am a hardcore 420 guy. All right? Wednesday, that was my holiday, guys, and this year I had a girlfriend who's not 420 friendly, so we had issues, because I couldn't commit with a date with her on 420, guys. She's like, you get high every single day, and on 420 you're just going to get a little bit higher than normal. It's 420 for you every day. And I was trying to relate to her. I was like, yo, it's kind of like how I love you every day, but on Valentine's Day, I gotta love you just a little bit more. It's Valentine's Day for you every day. But I'm a coward when it comes to having a girlfriend, guys. Because I remember what it was like being single and Latino. I used to bring girls back to my bedroom and I tried to be romantic. I tried to light up a bunch of candles, but it always backfired me and made things really awkward. And I think it's because all my candles had the Virgin Mary on them. I'm really into Asian girls, and it seems like Asian girls aren't into Mexican boys. And it just blows my mind because I figure Asian girls crash cars, Mexican boys fix them. I feel like we'd be a perfect match. Oh, that's horrible. It's the worst thing that can happen to me, guys. I lost a tooth in high school, and now I lost a tooth on stage. Well, fuck it, let's do it. I might just start spitting a little more, but whatever. I get upset every time I turn on Cartoon Network. A show comes on that's not a cartoon. I feel like that's like turning on BET and an episode of Frasier pops up. I live in San Francisco. It's a real progressive city. The SF school board just decided it's okay to start passing out condoms out in middle school, and parents are upset. They think it's going to increase sexual activity in middle school. I think it's going to increase water balloon fights, which will probably increase wet t-shirts, which is definitely going to increase sexual activity in middle school. Got a case of the giggles. Yes, I live in San Francisco. It's wild out there. Wild! I get upset that every time I see a Corona commercial, it never features any Mexicans. It's always a white couple on vacation sipping Coronas down at the beach. If it was up to me, that commercial would be 3 Mexican dudes at work sipping Coronas on a roof somewhere, you know, getting stuff done. It's like, wake up, Hollywood. Those commercials are going to be a lot cheaper. It's probably just going to cost a bucket of Coronas. Let's throw in the limes as a signing bonus. Let's get gangster about it. I get upset every time I see a grown man riding on a hoverboard. You guys seen that? You guys have that? Here in Chico, dudes riding hoverboards. Every time I see a man riding on a hoverboard, I always wish another man riding on rollerblades passed by and just called them a coward. There we go. Hell yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute for this Latino to wrap it up. We're going to get it done. Hold on. I want to be more like my hero, Cesar Chavez. So I just stopped showing up to work. This Mexican lady got upset with me. She's like, "Excuse me, sir. Cesar Chavez did a lot more than not just go to work." It's like, "I know that, ma'am. He also convinced a lot of other people not to go to work. My name is Joe, and don't go to work tomorrow."
Hey, a lot of these comedians aren't used to playing in the park. If you want to see Jero unfettered, it's amazing. He's at B Street, also at the Balloon Room. Also, I got some truth gum. Who wants truth gum? Sir? I don't know how far these are going to go. All the way over there? I'm going to try. Yeah, that wasn't that good. But if you want to know who killed JFK, sir? I'm getting my range in, guys. I'm getting the range. Oh, you want to know, are chemtrails bad for you? Chew this gum. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it now. Oh, dude, that's so far back there. Oh, man. Oh, it's feeling good. Have you ever had gum thrown at you, sir, on the blanket? Oh, man, right at your lap. Forget disc golf, guys. In your hat? Did that go in your hat? I think Bernie Sanders is going to win. That's like the bird on the podium right there. I don't know if you know this about Bernie Sanders, but he has a twin brother named Ernie who trains birds. Sir, if your arms folded. Oh, damn, sir. Should have caught that. All right, here's the thing, guys. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah, I remember now. This guy, so we have comics from all over the West Coast. This guy is one of the funniest guys in Sacramento. Put your hands together now for Johnny Taylor.
what's up? I've never had to follow the gum toss before, so it's tough. This is a weird show. I don't know if you guys noticed. It is weird. Thanks. It's always weird to do a show where like a quarter of the audience lives in the venue. My name's Johnny. I'm gonna do some stand-up if you're cool with it. At some point during my set, maybe during the show, you might think, hey, maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want to be a stand-up comic. I want to tell you, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Get 5 minutes together, go to an open mic. Don't get discouraged if it goes poorly the first time. Just keep getting up as much as you can. And really dedicate a lot of time and a lot of your energy to really chasing your dreams. And if you do that, she's going to leave you. It's a sure thing. So I like to get married a lot. 3 up, 3 down. I retired the side in order. I like a good party. I did date. I dated after my most recent divorce. I went to coffee. I thought that was a good date because you can talk to the person. It's not a lot of distractions. So she sits down. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. First thing she says blows my mind. She sits down and she says, "It feels really good to be out." I'm like, where were you just prior to this? And nary a mention of that on Tinder. And then she says, "No, it feels good to be on a date, silly." And I was like, yeah, it feels good for me too. Then she says, "Well, I went through a rough stretch recently." And I was like, okay, well, maybe explain. She says, "Well, I was drinking quite a bit, and one thing led to another, and I ended up doing crystal meth with my son." I was like, oh no, that's really gross. You have a kid? Disgusting. Should have swiped left. She says, "Oh, you don't have a problem with me doing crystal meth?" And I was just like, YOLO, you know? I mean, you do you, boo. And she's like, "Well, I don't do much of it anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you don't." She's like, "Well, how do you know?" And I was like, "Well, you're splitting half of it with your kid. It's hard to stretch your meth that way, I've heard." Is it prom? Oh my God. I feel bad you have to walk through this. I feel really underdressed. What are you guys doing? You guys gonna do it tonight? Yeah? First time maybe? First time. They're leaving? Do it right now. You walked away with 2. You do you, Playboy. You do you. He's got the reflector shades on like he's Maverick in the Top Gun. Just doing work. Okay. All right. I mean, ladies, if it doesn't work out with those guys, there's a lot of horny comics in town right now. Just saying. You guys heard of Donald Trump yet? Round of applause if you're voting for Donald Trump. Wow, what an isolating moment we just had. Just had a very lonely human being out there. Is that you? He's not voting for you. Shut up. Here's the deal. So Donald Trump is what happens when Hitler makes love to an orange. You get a bouncing baby Donald Trump. Donald Trump said so many crazy things that we have forgotten that his hair looks like that. Like that should always be in the forefront of our thoughts, is that he looks so ridiculous. Donald Trump recently said, if a woman has an abortion, she needs to be punished. Which is ironic, because we're all being punished because his mom didn't have one. Ted Cruz is even worse, man. Ted Cruz looks like a Minecraft character. I don't trust anybody that looks like they're made of blocks. That's all I'm trying to say. Seems like I've been up here for 20 minutes. Can I just say that? It's been a long time. Hey, I have anxiety, you guys. Anybody else? Somebody just whistled that they had anxiety. That's a weird way to say you have it. Cool, 1 minute. Thank the Lord Jesus. I have anxiety. I've had anxiety since I was a kid. Here's how it presented itself originally. I was just a little kid, and I would go to bed. It'd be bedtime, and I would stare into the darkness of my ceiling. And I have a lazy eye, so also the wall. And so I would just be staring up, and my heart would start pounding, and I would start sweating really bad. And I'd have the same thought over and over again. And the thought is, what am I going to do when my parents die? That's going to be the worst day of my life. How am I going to handle my parents dying? They're everything to me. What am I going to do when they die? And this would happen night after night after night. And now my parents are both dead. So needless to say, that's a huge weight that's been lifted off my shoulders. Finally catch some Z's. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks, darlings. Have a good night.
Good work, guys. Love being here in the Park Plaza. I used to put on shows here for 14 years when we had oh no, here we go. See, this is one of the reasons we need to have more people in the park. It's guys like this.
Happy 423, man. Still going on since 420. There we go. I got some bad news. I had a friend, lost a friend recently. I had two friends. Bye. They're my ride, by the way, but that's okay. No, I'll find a way to get home. Anyway, I got a couple of friends, Fatty and Skinny, you know, and the other night they went to bed and Fatty rolled over and Skinny was dead, and that lost Skinny. If you want an audience to go quiet, that's why I'm here. It's my profession. Look me up. Call me sometime. If you have a big family function, you want them to shut up, I'll do it for you. Whew. Oh, let's see here. I have a friend that talks a lot, you know, he talks nonstop. His name's Kebab, that's his name, Kebab, and sometimes he just goes on so long, I just have to go, shish kebab. Put a stick in it, you're done. So am I. Let's see. Oh, this is true. I recently, just for the first time got email for the first time, and I've got real supportive friends that the first email I got on my very first email was, congratulations, welcome to 1992. It was funny to me. Okay, folks, I see you're tired. I gotta go. Yeah.
Nice work, everybody. Hey, I wanted to mention that comedian that was just on, Johnny Taylor. Do you guys like him? He's going to be at the Pageant Theater at 10:30. We're doing a Mystery Science Theater show. So we're showing a movie, and then Johnny and two other comedians are commentating over the movie at 10:30 at the Pageant. It's going to be amazing. Your next comic, he's a local comedian. He's a Chico comedian. Give it up right now for Germ Leathers.
How's everybody doing out there? Yes. You guys, you get older and you start to learn things about yourself you didn't realize. Sometimes it can be traumatic. For example, I didn't realize I had a weight problem until I noticed that every restaurant I went on, no matter what I ordered, they always gave me a side of gravy. I'm like, I'm just gonna have an iced tea. Just take the gravy, sir. Just look, we know you're gonna order it. We're trying to save you from the shame. Oh, goodness gracious. I went to the doctor recently. He said, Germ, you are overweight. I said, how can that be? I've been sticking to a very strict exercise regimen. Turns out, ladies and gentlemen, playing video games doesn't count as exercise. Doesn't matter how much it makes you sweat. Sorry, everybody. For everybody that wasn't aware of that. That's the way it works. It recently occurred to me that I'm very similar to a bra. I consider it my life's work to hold breasts, and women cannot wait to get me off of them. So, learn a lot of things about yourself. It's true, I went to the doctor recently and I learned something I never ever thought about before, and that is this. It turns out It turns out that the level of comfort I have with a complete stranger unexpectedly touching my genitals depends greatly on whether they're wearing rubber gloves or not. But in my defense, he was an excellent podiatrist, that guy. He's really good. You guys, lately my wife has been keeping her sex toys in my clothing drawer. And I'm a little worried she might be trying to phase me out of the relationship, you know? I swear, if they ever develop a vibrator that can kill spiders and break promises, it's over. Nothing left for me. Bummer deal. You guys, does anybody in this crowd smoke weed at all? Yeah? Some people? Good. If you have children, don't smoke weed around your children, okay? It's just irresponsible. They'll spill the bong. You'll never get that smell out. You don't want that. The other night, a gentleman claiming to be my neighbor knocked on my apartment door at about 10 o'clock at night. And I opened the door. I've never met this man before in my life. And he looks at me and goes, "You smoke? You want to smoke? Come on." I'm like, "Who are you, sir?" He's like, "I live in number 56. Do you smoke?" I'm like, when did that become a thing? When did it become okay to go door to door asking people to smoke weed with you? Because that is awesome. When I was a kid, that was a no-no. You don't do that. But this guy was fine with it. And at first I was really upset. But then I started thinking, I was like, wait a minute. You Jehovah's Witnesses are getting pretty crafty. I'm on to you. No, it's a good strategy. You want to talk about Jesus? No, thank you. You want to smoke a joint? I guess we can hang out. Come on in. Yeah, no, let's talk about it. Zombie Jesus is a scary story. You got to get high first, otherwise. No, I know a lot of you looking at me could tell that I probably smoke weed. I am very obviously afflicted by one of the main side effects of marijuana. I'm an amazing dancer. But the fact of the matter is, we live in a weird society these days. I got to admit, women are given just the roughest time by almost everyone. And it's really tragic. Has anyone ever considered the fact that every woman has a little drunk, impatient contractor just living in her uterus, just like, well, we got the walls put in, we got the electrical system. Has anybody moved in? No. Screw it! Drag it all out! Nobody's moved in? Fine. Maybe next month we'll try again. Dude, calm down. You're hemorrhaging money. Hemorrhaging? Huh? You guys, long ago, I was the bouncer at Chuck E. Cheese. You guys ever been to Chuck E. Cheese? Yes. Toddler Las Vegas. I was the bouncer at Chuck E. Cheese. I kept the drunk parents out, kept the drunk kids in. Stay in. Can't let them out running around the streets. We had a tradition at Chuck E. Cheese, and that was this. If you were a new employee, you had to dress as Chucky as soon as possible. Just kind of test your mettle right out the bat. And there was a new kid, it's some stoner kid, and there was this huge birthday party, you guys, huge birthday party, nothing but 7 and 8-year-olds. And this kid, he goes in the back, he puts on the Chucky suit, he has to dress up, and he learns the birthday dance, and he comes out, "Hi, kids," and he's doing the dance. Immediately upon approaching this party, an 8-year-old child punches Chuck E. Cheese in the testicles, ladies and gentlemen. Punches Chuck E. Cheese right in the baby maker. You'd think that's the funniest thing you ever saw in your life. No, because all of a sudden, Chuck E. Cheese starts swinging and punching 8-year-olds, just dropping them left and right, screaming, "I'm not going back to jail," which is a weird thing to yell when you're hitting a child. But needless to say, he never had to be Chucky again, ladies and gentlemen. So take that for whatever you will. My name's Germ Leather. Thanks for having me.
If you want to see more of Germ Leather, he hosts the Maltese every other Monday, so go check out that local comedy show. Guys, thank you for sticking around. This is the 2nd annual Chico Comedy Festival. After this, there are shows at the Pageant, B Street, Maltese, Blue Room, and tomorrow at the Big Room. We're going to play one more round of this game. I don't know who's ready for this. I got a CD and a DVD comedy CD, comedy DVD from Comedy Dynamics. This game is called Who Has a Food Processor? Oh, you won. Did you win? Yeah? Okay, we have a winner. Let's see. That's the same way we elect a president, guys. It's rigged. 9 more comedians. We're good, though, right? 9 more comics? Everyone feeling strong? Nice. You can stand up, move the energy around, do a little feng shui. This next comic, he is from Red Bluff, guys. Our first Red Bluff comic. Give it up for Weston McCoy.
Hey, everybody. Hey, before I start, I need to apologize to the wife. She cut a 1/4 inch off her hair, dyed it from a burnt auburn to a midnight chestnut, and I didn't notice. It was up in a towel because she just gotten out of the shower. But babe, I'm sorry about not noticing your hair. I apologize to my wife. I'll apologize for all sorts of things. Yeah, staying out too late with the guys, or I don't know, not cooking dinner for the kids, or bathing the kids, or picking them up from school. I forget about the kids a lot, I guess. Yeah, they're little. It's kind of easy to misplace them. You know, I don't know. I'll apologize randomly throughout the day because sometimes I don't know when I messed up. You know, so I'll just drop a couple I'm sorry's, so you kind of gauge where everything's at there, and I'll either get an oh, for what, babe? To which I could say, oh, I just, you know, you do so much, and I never really tell you how much I appreciate you, which is like really awesome for me to say. Or I'll get the, oh, it's okay, babe, but next time. And I say, yes, of course, babe, next time. And I don't really know what next time is, but I'm covered. You know, and I don't know, I apologize because I guess my mom raised me right. You know, she was a single mom. It was just her and us kids. And she taught me lots of things. She taught me respect, how to shave, always with the grain, never above the knee. I'm not a hussy. And she taught me how to change a tire, which was, you know, the first time I got a flat on the highway, I was really nervous, you know, but then I just remember what my mom taught me, and I, you know, put on some bright red lipstick, undid the top 2 buttons, and stood out there waiting for a handsome young man to help me change my tire. It was awkward for both of us. You know, it was really uncomfortable. It gets easier, though, I guess, as you go. I don't know, I guess one of the main things I apologize to my wife for is I can't give her the one thing she wants: romance. I'm not romantic. I used to think I was romantic. When we first got together, romance was easy. I just stop by on the way to work and give her a kiss, let her know I was thinking about her. She'd say, oh, you're so romantic. Oh, I'd stop by her work, bring her some food, and she and all her friends would be like, oh, wow, he's so romantic. But then I messed up, you see, and I did the whole candlelight dinner, made all of her favorite food and everything. Now any of that stuff isn't romantic anymore. I used to think texting her and letting her know I was thinking about her was romantic. That's not romantic, by the way. That is mandatory. If I'm at work and I'm not texting her, I'll hear about it when I get home. Actually, I won't hear anything. I'll have to try to go through my phone and figure out what I did. Didn't text her. Yeah, that's what happened. But, you know, I'm trying to figure out what this whole romance thing is. And so I'll sit there and I'll watch a romantic movie with her, and it'll get to this part, and this guy, I don't know if he's, you know, proposing to a girl or whatever, and she'll start crying. I'll say, you know, what's that all about? She's like, oh, if you look, the bracelet that the ring is tied to was the bracelet that, you know, she gave him when they were 6 and they first met and everything. It's like, I can't do that. I can't go back to before I met you and give you something that I could give you later. I can't do that. You know what's going to happen? So I'm going to have to carry her blindfolded up to the highest peak where 20 years prior I had planted a willow grove in the shape of our initials, have the Chicago Symphony playing a tribute to Bon Jovi, and I'll ask her there, love, was that romantic? And she'll say, I don't know, they didn't play Bed of Roses. But I apologize to her. And because I apologize, and if I play my cards right, with a little luck, I'll be able to apologize to her again this time next year. And that's me. That's all.
How about a little truth gum? Hey, truth gum, guys. Are aliens real? Oh, did that one open? Oh, the kids got it. Hey, kids, you want some truth gum? Oh, nice catch, buddy, huh? That's pretty good. Sir, no? Over here? Guys, over there? Oh, man. Oh, feeling good. Hey, your next comedian is a local comedian. He's one of the headliners at the Big Room tomorrow, Sierra Nevada. Give it up for Mark Joseph Leathers.
Quick question, how many of you guys know who I am? And the rest of you, how many of you are wondering why they just gave a homeless dude a microphone? Cool. So recently, someone told me that I look like a homeless serial killer, which is confusing. I don't know what that means. Do I look like a serial killer with no home, or a serial killer that targets homeless people? Because I'd rather be the second one, because then I have a place to hide the bodies, you know, like my house, where I live. Cool, this is going great. So, Halloween's my favorite time of year, because the only time of year you can kill a homeless dude and hang him on your porch. Cool. But no, seriously, I don't mind looking like this. It's okay looking like this, because homeless people don't ask me for shit. And when they do, I kill them and hang them on my porch, depending on the season. If we have any holidays coming up, I need to decorate them some other way. Cool. If my parents were brother and sister, would that make me a ginger inbred man? Cool. So, okay, there's a common saying, love at first sight, you know, makes a romantic story, right? But love at last sight makes you a primary suspect. It's funny because she's dead. Or she might be. No one really knows where she is. But she's dead. If you can't tell, I'm terrible at picking up women. I think it's because I'm a chubby chaser. And they run out of breath really quick. This is going lovely. I love you guys. I walked by a playground the other day. I saw a sign that said, anyone over the age of 18 must be accompanied by a child. I just wanted to play on the swing set. But first I had to kidnap some kid. Cool. So, I don't know. I love stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy is my life. But stand-up comedy is a lot like a horrible therapist that encourages your drinking problem and laughs at you. You guys are terrible therapists. You need to laugh more. I'm just trying not to swear, honestly. So I have a twin brother. People ask me all the time, are you the good twin or the evil twin? So I stab them. I don't know. Guess. All right, so I don't know. Me and my brothers growing up, we had our own fight club. Our first rule of Fight Club, don't tell mom. Second rule of Fight Club, quit hitting yourself. Third rule of Fight Club, quit hitting yourself. Plot twist, I don't have any brothers. Zing. So I don't know, there's people out there that think that heavy metal is the devil's music. I think it'd be weird you die, you end up in hell, and the devil's like, welcome to hell. Hope you like jazz. I don't know, there's people out there that think that God hates gay people. I don't agree with that at all. If God hated gay people, why would he make them? Personally, I hate fish. But I wouldn't make a tuna sandwich just to judge it. But, I don't know. I hope there is a heaven, just so that people think that God hates gay people. They have that awkward moment and they talk to God. He's like, yeah, I don't know where you got the idea that I hate gay people. Who do you think decorated this place? Hope you like jazz. Thank you, guys.
Let's keep it going. Your next comic whole from Santa Cruz. Give it right now for Chad Opitz.
Hello. Oh, I had a nice long drive up here, guys. I was listening to some music, and I think I found the perfect song to play during a threesome. I think it's got to be Randy Newman's "You've Got a Friend in Me." So, keep things nice and light. Perfect for any tryst, I'd say. I was wondering this the other day. Can you imagine how racist Donald Trump's uncle probably is? Like, I don't know where you're from, but uncles are inherently more racist where I'm from. I got an uncle so racist, even mixed martial arts make him uncomfortable. He's like, you keep that judo out of my jiu-jitsu. This is a pure art. A bit of a jerk, that guy. That's why I don't like spending time with my family. I don't like holidays because of that, which is why the only holiday I ever look forward to is Halloween. I love Halloween. Don't have to spend time with your family. There's candy, and I have a tradition I do every year on Halloween. I go out, I get hammered, and when people ask me what I am, I say my father. Then I have to dress up like a can of Miller High Life just so that it'll hold me. So, when my dad drives through a neighborhood and sees one of those signs that says, drive like your kids live here, he just turns around and drives as fast as possible in the opposite direction. When I was a kid, my parents bought me a bed shaped like a race car, which at the time was amazing, until they told me it was just so I'd be comfortable sleeping in a car. So they just didn't believe in my dreams. That's all. Those rascals. But I'm proving them wrong right here in Chico at the Park Plaza. Damn it, Dad! Moving on. I love going to the movies. One of my favorite movies from last year was the new Mission Impossible film. Anyone see that? Very good movie. And you know, one of the greatest things now is that Tom Cruise insists on doing all of his own stunts, and it's like crazy Jackie Chan level insanity, where he's like hanging off of a plane in midair. He's holding his breath underwater for like 6 minutes. And I think it's because Tom Cruise finally realizes that death is the only way out of the Church of Scientology. He's like, I'll do whatever you want. I'm their poster boy. There's no way out. Katie, help me. I got hit on recently, which, yeah, doesn't happen much. When it does happen, thank you for the one clap. Makes it so much sadder. It's like, good for you, son. Oh, my. But yeah, generally, when it does happen, not ladies, it's by large, burly gentlemen, known as bears, that enjoy what nature hath brought before you, you know. And that was the case here. A nice older gentleman came into my workplace. He's chatting me up for a little bit. Then he drops this one on me. He goes, hey, I'm staying over at the Best Western. How about you come by later? We can have some cookies in my jacuzzi. Like, do you know how hard that was to turn down? Oh my God, that sounds so nice. Could be the most comfortable, uncomfortable experience of my life. I almost want to say yes just if we made a movie. I could be like, what? I thought this was a completely innocent suds and snickerdoodle situation, sir. What made you think there'd be sex involved here? Here for the bubbles and baked goods, buddy. I recently moved to San Francisco, and already broke, already completely broke. And I was at the bar. I wanted to get a tasty drink. I wanted to get a sex on the beach. It's a delicious cocktail, but I couldn't afford it. So I had to ask the bartender to make me a sex on the bus. which is a PBR with the edges licked by somebody with a cold sore. It's nasty, but it gets the job done, you know. It's a tasty treat. But I've got to find some ways to make some money and quick. So I've got a concept I want to run past you. Okay, it would be a game show concept. Okay, trivia contestants battling it out, answering questions pertaining to the 80s in order to win an ounce of cocaine. And I want to call it Whose Line Is It Anyways? It's not a terrible idea. But I lived in Santa Cruz for many years, and it's one of those towns where they try and it's wacky and wild, but the weirdest thing I ever saw there all was an advertisement in their weekly zine, which is called The Good Times. And all the ad said was, do you like bowling? Do you value free speech? Well, then come on down to the Boardwalk Bowl. It's like, what in the hell is the connection? I wake up in the middle of the night like, free speech, bowling, where do they intersect? Oh my God. But in that regard, it was an amazing ad because it made me want to go down there, see what the hell was happening. I expected to walk in, see like the KKK next to the Black Panthers. We got NAMBLA on a lane next to the Boy Scouts. There's an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting going on. This is an open-minded bowling alley. And I wanted more ads like that were just confusing but lured you in, you know? Maybe something like, hey, do you like racquetball, swimming, weightlifting? Does actor Ryan Gosling make you question your sexuality? Well, then come on down to Gold's Gym. It's like, hey, do you like organic meats, cheeses, and produce? You think 9/11 was an inside job? Well, then come on down to Trader Joe's. It's like, what the hell? Go down to TJ's and get some organic truth. Thanks, guys.
Hey, very excited. This next act came all the way down from Portland to be here tonight. Give it up right now for Drunk Batman.
Liquid courage. Thank you, Chico Comedy Festival staff, for inviting me. I don't want to impress you or anything, but I'm Batman. I inhabit the shadows at night, in the dark, and fight evil. And on slow nights, I just jump out and scare people. Truth told, my counselor told me I need to work on my fear of public speaking. I actually thought this was a bar crawl, but I was over at Duffy's. I just got cut off, and I penned him some jokes. So it's time for my enemies to share my dread. Here goes. I don't usually drink, but when I do, my parents are dead! What does Batman put in his drink? Just ice. Justice. Any electric company fans out there? It's sad that the Batman films never saw a PG rating because Batman never had any parental guidance. I apologize for the notebook, but I'm the world's greatest detective with short-term memory. Why did Batman flush the toilet? Because it was his duty! I used to wet the bed. It was a problem. But it was Alfred's bed, so it wasn't really my problem. If violence isn't the answer, then you're not asking the right questions. Hippies. I was at a party, and a guy called me a cheapskate. So I threw his drink in his face. Billionaire playboy. Funny thing happened on the way over here. I killed 3 street punks. Guess he had to be there. Ugh. The other day I was talking with Adam West about a 60s program, Batman. And I asked him what his favorite sound effect was. When BAM! He told me it was kapow! Nothing. Looks like an Arkham Asylum field trip. What do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale. You've been great, Chico. That's my back time. Gotham needs me. Thank you very much.
You can see more of Drunk Batman at Duffy's and also at the Balloon tonight. 6 more comedians, guys, 6 more! And also, how about a hand for the band back here playing for 3 hours straight? Brandon on bass, Alex on keys, and Mike Waltz from Electric Circus on drums. Where are you guys going? Let's see, are you going to Duffy's? Smart. Your next comic all the way from San Francisco, Chico. Give it up right now for Mark Smalls.
What? Am I Prince? How the hell am I getting heckled before I even start talking on the mic, man? Am I Prince? No. And what kind of shitty joke is that? Am I Prince? I'm white. Is it a hair joke? Is that what it is? Am I Prince? You think Prince would be in Chico, California? Just checking. Anybody else get too high before my set or what, man? This is tight, man. Saving money here, free comedy show. Everyone brought out their best lawn chairs. It's like I'm telling jokes for the worst crowd that's trying to watch fireworks or some shit. Hey, man, are they going on? Got 15 cameras. Like, I want to watch this again. Cool. I'll use that for notes, you know? Am I Prince? What does that even mean? He's been on your minds, man. Jesus. Chico, how are you, man? This is cool. This is a free comedy, man. We're saving money. How about that? No 2-item minimum. I'm trying to save money, too. I'm trying to move back in with my parents. But that's hard. I got to get them back together first, so. Oh, is divorce too much of a touchy subject? Oh. This is the dark portion of the show, okay, guys? This is Twilight comedy at its best. I live with roommates now. Anybody here live with roommates? Yeah. Your roommates ever do things without you make you feel bad about yourself? No. Okay, you're that shitty roommate. All right, cool. My roommates do. Yo, I woke up today. I walked outside my room. I looked on the kitchen table. There was a puzzle. I was like, yo, why wouldn't my roommates involve me in doing cocaine? You know what I mean? Because, how do I know that they were doing cocaine and puzzles? Maybe because the puzzle was finished, guys, all right? It was 1,000 pieces. It was a puzzle of the sky, all right? The Miami sky, not a cloud in there. You know how many shades of blue that is? One shade of blue. Cool, it's going exactly how I expected it to go. Awesome, cool.
Don't let, I did get kind of high before this, but don't let people tell you if you smoke weed, it'll mess up your memory. That's bullshit. I smoke weed, I remember shit all the time. I was just getting high over there. I was like, oh my God, I just remembered I have anxiety. Oh my God. Totally forgot about it, but good thing I smoked, man, because I instantly remembered. Here's another thing, guys. Don't let people tell you if you smoke a lot of weed, it'll mess up your memory. That's bullshit, guys. I smoke weed. I remember shit all the time. I was just getting high over there, and I was like, oh my God, that did deserve an applause break. But that's okay, you know. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, killing it. I'm asking for it, but I'm killing it. Cool. I did get high before this. I went to go get a sandwich, but the lady behind the counter made me feel inferior about myself. She was like, what size sandwich do you want, small or regular size? I was like, how big is a small? She was like 6 inches. I was like, that's not that small, lady. That's pretty much an above average size sandwich. I was like, how big is a regular size sandwich? She was like 13 inches. I was like, yo, that's ridiculous. What? 13 inches? Where are you getting these sandwiches at, lady? Oakland? Like, what kind of sandwich? She was like, you're being disgusting. Let me wrap up your sandwich. You could take it to go. I was like, I don't like to use a wrapper. So, oh. Do you have kids, miss? No? Okay, she likes wrappers too. Okay, cool. All right. You guys got dates in here? I just got out of a relationship because we went out on a date and I closed the deal, but when it got down to the nitty-gritty, we just didn't mesh. Like, I like to listen to music when it gets down to it, right? But this chick, she hated it. She kept saying, Mark, take your headphones out. What is this, the gym, dude? Like, is that Eminem in the background, Mark? I was like, babe, you only get one shot, all right? So, okay, cool, that's been my time. Thank you very much, guys. I'm Mark Smalls.
Keep it up for Prince, right though? Come on. You were right. He was sensitive. Hey, giving away a Josh Blue CD right now from Comedy Dynamics. The name of this game is Who Has a Basement in Their House? I don't see any hand. All the way back there? All right, nice. We have a winner. Hey, your next comic, he's a local comedian, a Chico comedian. Give it up right now for Don Ashby. Hello! Hey, guys! Boy, guess what? I am excited to be doing comedy in the downtown Plaza. Yeah, one reason. Hey. If you look over there, when they watch. Yeah, I'm Don, I look like this. That's all right. You guys, you ever hear that thing, when you were a kid, those nursery rhymes, that you hear stuff like, oh, little girls are made out of sugar and spice and everything nice. That's not true. No, that is inaccurate. I don't know what kind of kids they've been dissecting, but I never found any of that. Look, I know, I was trying to make cookies out of sugar. I go over to my neighbor's house, I knock on his door, right? The little daughter answers, I'm like, you'll do. Lop off her arm, nothing in there but blood and bones, man. I can't make snickerdoodles out of that. No, I tried, they were gross. I got a vasectomy recently. Yeah. Do you guys know what a vasectomy is? How'd it feel? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how it felt. Well, I mean, it didn't hurt that bad. Apparently, I'm still fertile for like 6 more weeks. So, last call, ladies. If you want to make a baby with this, if you want to have a child that kind of looks like Johnny Depp with a fetal out of which he cuts out a kid. My whole life, I found myself being really irritated by the most innocuous things, like the most benign things just really get me angry. I remember as a child being asked what my favorite color was.
What's your favorite color? And it made me angry because guess what? Until then, I've been enjoying all of them. Really? I have to choose? Why would I choose? Why are you trying to make me think like that? Put something like that in my mind? But it's not important. What's my favorite color? Guess what? I've done a lot of drugs. I'm pretty sure I've seen colors I wasn't supposed to see. Yeah, like a blind man with a kaleidoscope. Guess what I didn't spend my time doing? Naming them, picking out which one's my favorite. What's your favorite? The other, Galafalupalopo. That's my favorite color. Get out of here. No, it's really important. No, it isn't. It's really important. No, it's not. It's not important. Well, you got to tell us what your favorite color is because that's what we're going to paint your cubicle and your coffin. All right, 1 minute. Hey, you guys like jokes about bras? Sure. Bras are like cleanliness. My bedroom floor hasn't seen either in a while. All right, guys, my name is Don Ashby. You guys have a good night.
Good work, guys. 4 more comedians. This is being broadcast live on YouTube. They can't see anything. This is a dark stage. Can you see better if they stand back here? Yes? Perfect. Your next comic, we have 4 more. Your next comic is the funniest comedian in Half Moon Bay. Give it up for Phil Griffiths.
Hey, how's it going? Cool, I'm super excited too. I'm excited to be in Chico. I found out something new on my way up here today. I found out about an old California law that says it's illegal for a man to have sex with a bear in public. Yeah, who knew, right? Illegal to have sex with a bear. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the manager at the Build-A-Bear store was yelling at me. It's kind of hard to hear. I was knee-deep in bear ass at the time, so. The sign did say stuffing station. That's on them. For those of you who don't know what the Build-A-Bear store is, it's basically a place where you can bring your kid into, and they're able to make a stuffed animal by themselves from start to finish, right? Pretty much some genius figured out how to take illegal child labor, throw it into the front of a retail store, and then charge those parents $50 so their kid can work there for 5 minutes. Which, don't get me wrong, it's a great business model. I've implemented it myself at my house. I have Build Daddy a gin and tonic workshop. Just going like gangbusters. A little about myself, I'm a married man. Been married for 15 years. And yeah, no need to applaud that, that's fine. I only get yelled at every single day for taking too long of a crap, but that's fine, it's good. It's a holy matrimony. But 15 years actually flies by, believe it or not, just zooms by. Especially once you have kids, it goes by twice as fast and everything just becomes a huge blur, you know? And it's kind of like you're living in a time machine, really. Just a crappy, crappy time machine, that's all. This year, 15 years, I decided to step up my gift-giving game, and I went out and I got my wife a couples massage. I don't know if you guys have done this before, but I highly recommend not doing it. Because I went out there and they put you in a room first where they have like a hot tub, and you're in the hot tub, and I got kind of skeeved out because I realized like they don't drain it in between couples, you know. So you can kind of smell the HPV bubbling up at the top. And so we're in there, and the manager sticks right, and she says, okay, Jennifer and Juan, your masseuses will be right with you. And I went to school with many Asian girls named Juan, W-O-N, so I was still on board with it. And in walked Jennifer, a beautiful white girl, and behind her was Juan, a super good-looking Latino guy, just a bronze god of a man. And my wife elbowed me and said, I thought you ordered 2 female masseuses. And I said, I did. And she said, well, it's okay, he can massage me. I was like, the hell he can. I'm going to take the bullet on that one. And because he looked like he majored in like, physical therapy and how to make your wife orgasm. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to touch her. And so we go to lay down, and we're laying on the tables, And I realized I was getting nervous. You know, I had like butterflies in my stomach. And it wasn't because I was like homophobic or whatever. It was just because like I realized like I was gonna love it. You know what I mean? Like, if I know you don't turn gay, but if anything was gonna like awaken anything in me, it was gonna be Juan. You know, just super into Latino guys. And so I'm laying on the table, and the whole time I'm just thinking, no boner, no boner, no boner, no boner, no boner, because I want him to be impressed with me for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give it all away. And then, so I'm lying there, and at one point he's massaging me. He leans in close to me. He says, "Now I'm going to touch you like you've never been touched before." I was like, oh man, this is where I have butt sex in front of my wife. And it turned out it's not what he said at all. Actually, what he said was, can you please turn over? But it was one of those you hear what you want to hear moments, you know what I mean? So I turned over on my back, and I'm laying there and had a small towel over my crotch, huge towel over my crotch, and laying on my back. And towards the end, he starts, whoa. Can you guys see the back of my retina okay now? Is that all right? So towards the end of the massage, he just grabs my leg and lifts it straight up in the air. Just straight up in the air. I was like, this is the weirdest happy ending I've ever seen. And he just kind of shoves my leg into my chest really fast, just kind of pumps it really quickly. And now, I've farted before, but never with like a visual like effect on the atmosphere, you know what I mean? And I went, and the sound, I can do no justice. The sound basically sounded like, remember when you're like in elementary school and someone would drag a table across the floor? Just, that's basically what came out of my butt. And then he grabbed my other leg, and he just started pumping him back and forth with farts coming out every time. I'm like, I don't even know when the massage ended, because I'm like, technically you're just fracking me now. I don't think this is even a thing. All right, guys, my name's Phil Griffiths. Thanks very much.
There we go. Give it up for Channel 11 Comcast, too, providing the lights and everything. That's pretty cool. And while I'm asking for applause, how about Steve O'Brien on sound? Pullin Cyclery. If you need a bicycle to ride, that's the place to go, guys. 3 more comedians. I really appreciate you guys coming out. All the way from South Bay. She's a doula. Give it up right now for Shannon Murphy.
Hi, you guys. Hello, I'm super happy to be here. I was in a really bad mood all day. I found out today that a friend of mine has been spreading rumors about me. Another comedian, he's just been spreading gossip. This guy's been going around telling people that I came up to him and said, "May I hit that?" about his marijuana. Me, you guys. Look at me. I'm a doula. I'm a babysitter. Kids look up to me. I would never go up to some random guy in a parking lot and say, "Can I hit that?" I came up to him and said, "May I hit that?" Like a lady. Yeah. I smoke weed old-fashioned. Just little old-fashioned. No. I'm an old-fashioned lady, not like super old-fashioned. I'm not like saving myself for marriage or anything. That ship sailed. It's long gone. But I am saving a hole, you know. A hole. Yeah. Saving the back door for someone who earns it. It's romantic, isn't it? I like it. Comics like to come up here and like say a little bit about me, and then they say something about themselves. So I'm gonna try that. You guys, a little bit about me. I'm very sexy. I am a sexy lady. Yeah, woo. I'm sexy in kind of like an abstract way. You have to squint a little, maybe take a step back and tilt your head, and then you're like, yeah, I'd hit that. I'm that kind of sexy. Yeah. If you look too close, I'm kind of a potato. I'm a potato. A hot potato. I'm a hot potato. It's okay. I'm a hot potato. Thank you, ma'am. But by hot potato, I just mean guys never want to hold on to me too long before they toss me to their friends. That kind of hot potato. Yeah. No. I lost 50 pounds last year. Yeah. Yeah, I like when nobody likes fat people. No, I'm still fat. I used to be fatter. I used to be like I didn't know I was pregnant kind of fat. Do you guys remember that show? I didn't know I was pregnant. I can't tell, this light's so bright. But I'll catch you up. It was a show about women who didn't know they were pregnant until one day they're just like, I have to poop. But then it wasn't poop, it was a baby. Yeah, that show traumatized me as a young adult. To this day, I'll eat a big lunch and think, I'm not ready to be a mom. I'm not ready for that. Now all I really want is like a follow-up show, something like my mom didn't know she was pregnant. I can't be the only one who wants to know what happened to all those toilet babies. Like, how'd they turn out? Every episode would be something like this here. This is Phil. He was born in a McDonald's toilet, and now he's the manager, you know? Be so good, right? I would love it. But seriously, I'd be mad if I found out my mom thought I was a big lunch. I'd be like, oh, Mom, you can't get mad at me. You always thought I was a piece of crap. To be fair. Oh, no, it's okay. I got into a fight with my parents last weekend, and have any of you guys ever been so mad at your parents, just so furious, that you listened to an entire Linkin Park album? Me neither. I've never been that mad at my parents. Maybe someday. No. So I'm a babysitter, you guys, which is fun. And I take care of a 5-year-old boy, and he came up to me and said, Shannon, I know something gross about girls. And I was excited. I was like, well, what do you know? He said, they don't have a penis. He's right, that's pretty gross. He said, they have something else. They have a long butt. That works, it works. And I was like, Oliver, how do you know this? And he said, I saw one. Tegan next door showed me. And then I was excited because I got to tell Tegan's uptight mom what her daughter had been doing, which is fun for me. But then he said something kind of sad. He said, Shannon, it was so gross, I couldn't even look at it. I was like, uh-oh. But I'm optimistic because, you know, kids at that age, 5 years old, they're usually picky eaters. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to end it there.
Good work, guys. 2 more comedians in this 3-hour marathon. This guy all the way from the Bay Area. Please put your hands together right now for Torio Van Grohl.
Thank you. Thank you. Give it up for this band. I know what they like. Thanks for having us here. And I'm saying that to the people that live in the park. You didn't have a choice, and now it's just happening. It's just happening at your house, and there's just a couple more of us, and you can go back to doing your park things, whatever that is. Are there couples here? Couples? Yeah. How long have you guys been together? 14? 14 years. Wow. Kids? Married? Married, no kids. So you're still happy? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, how could you not? You treat her right to the free park things. You know how to do it, dude. You got beer money for later because you didn't waste it on the entertainment. That's cool. So do you still, like a night like this, do you consider this a date night, or is it just life now? You're just always together? It doesn't count. Yeah, it's just like, it doesn't count anymore, right? That's how it was with my ex. She's like, you never take me on a date. You are always with me. It is always a date. I went on a first date last week, and it was fine. She was very fun, you know. She was like, hey, you want to be spontaneous? And I was like, yeah, pretty sure that I do. And she was like, let's go to a Giants game. And I said, that is not what I thought you meant. Well, sure, I'll go to a Giants game. So we went out to AT&T Park, and it was a last-minute thing, so we decided to buy Giants shirts. And, like, I know I'm a big dude. I don't care most of the time, but I guess because it was a first date, I got a little self-conscious about it because he asked me my size, and I got real weird and was just like, medium? I am a size medium. And he looked at me confused and like made eye contact with her. And I knew what they were both thinking. Like, no way this guy can fit into a medium. But I'm a proud man. I said, give me the medium. So I have a Giants hand towel now, which is pretty cool, you know? They're looking good this year. I used to bartend. At my bar, you can get two sizes of beers. You get a 16-ounce beer, you can get a 20-ounce beer, right? Shouldn't be that hard. People come in and be like, hey, can I get an IPA? I'd be like, of course, 16 or 20 ounces. And I kid you not, dozens of times a day, someone would ask me, what's the difference? And I'd have to be like, 4. And I suggest you get the 20-ounce. Life's going to be hard for you. Maybe it'll hurt less if you're drunk. I don't know. I would bartend during the day so that I could do comedy at night, and like I liked it, you know, like because I like the day drinkers. They take their alcoholism very serious. It's fun to watch. The only thing I hated about it is when they wanted to talk about politics with me, because it's like, what do I think about Syria? I think you're drinking at 2 in the afternoon, and I'm making minimum wage right now. Maybe we're not the two dudes that are going to figure this one out. Would you like another beer? You guys think God has a plan? Yeah? Yeah? You think he planned this night of ours? Maybe. Maybe he did. Yeah. I think about that a lot. Like I was just behind the stage here, and there was this homeless man pleasuring himself, which is fine. You're at home. Do your thing. I'm not judging. And then across from him, sitting on one of these stone things, was another homeless guy just watching. You know, like he wasn't into it, but for him it was like, well, this is what's on TV today, I guess. You know, like I don't get to decide. But anytime I see something like that, I just picture God popping up next to him and just being like, yep, just like I planned it. You guys know when you're filling out an online form and it asks you what country you're from, and the United States is not at the top of the list? Screw that. I'm tired of it. Like really, our kids in Angola logging into Chase Bank right now? I got to go all the way down the letter U, you know? Meanwhile, the advertisements on the right side of my screen, like hook up with a girl in Chico tonight. I know that you know exactly where I'm at, Internet. Stop asking me stupid questions. Guys, give it up for this amazing band. Thank you so much.
Good work, crowd. If you want to see more of Torio, he's going to be part of the Mystery Science Theater show at the pageant. Doors at 10, show at 10:30. It's going to be amazing. So, 35 comedians, 3-hour show. Channel 11, you've been great. Your headliner tonight, he's on Viceland's Flophouse, one of the funniest comics in the Bay Area. Please put your hands together one last time for Matt Lieb.
How's everyone doing? Guys, give it up for DNA for putting this marathon of comedy on. 3 hours, that's how we like our shows here at Chico. You guys like long shows? Cool, guys, give it up for the band. They've been here the whole goddamn time. They're a really good band. They probably practice for hours and hours every day, all in the hopes that one day they'll play 20 seconds of music in between 1,000 comics. You guys are living the dream. You're living the goddamn dream. Who's living their dream in this park tonight? Pretty good response from some of you. Most of you, it was a really sad response. A lot of you just kind of like, nope. Not doing what I want to do with my life right now. I know it's hard. It's hard to do what you want to do. I get it. I worked at desk jobs that I hated for years. And I was like, I don't want to do this stupid desk job. I don't want to be some cog in the machine. I want to be a comedian. That's all I want to do is be a comedian. So I took action, and this is a true story. 6 months ago, I quit my job, everybody. Yeah, give it up for that. I quit my job. And now I have 3 fucking jobs. So I'm crushing it. Fucked up, you guys. Oh, by the way, I know it's nighttime now, so there's no babies in the audience. Can we say the fuck words? Are we allowed to? Oh, because we're on TV? Gosh darn it! Mother F! S words! Balls. You can say balls on TV. There's sports with them. You guys are having a good time in the park? It's nice out here. I like it here, man. It's beautiful. You guys have seen a lot of great comedians tonight. I am your last comic that you're going to see tonight. At least for this show, but there's plenty more shows. Go out to all of them and see everyone do the exact same set over and over again. It'll be like an endless comedy spiral until you're dead. I'm going to be the tallest comedian that you see here tonight, so no big deal. I'm 6'6". Yeah, goddamn right. One person who wooed very silently. The magic doesn't end there, though. I have a 6'7" wingspan, and I have size 14 feet, lady. You know what that means. That means y'all about to be hella disappointed. What I'm trying to say is this is all false advertising. On a related note, I recently decided to name my penis. I did. I named it Barack Obama because it will not live up to your expectations. But you know what? You know what? It'll get the job done. USA! USA! Free health care, other stuff. He did some other stuff. What I'm trying to say is that my penis killed Osama bin Laden. You're welcome, America. Got him right in the eye. Name of that joke is SEAL Team Dicks, and I'm really proud of it. Sorry, TV viewing audience, for using the D word. I'm not saying I have a small penis either. That's not what that joke is about, all right? So don't tweet that or something. Actually, my penis is a little bit above average. I know this because I Googled it. It's like, what is the average size of the American Jewish penis? And so actually, my penis is kind of large. The problem is it just looks small attached to my body. But if you took this exact same penis and put it on you, ma'am, everyone in this park would be like, damn! That lady got a huge dick, so I'm just saying. I have a pretty big dick for a girl, so it's not bad. Not bad, man. Man, you guys are fun. I lived in San Francisco for a while. I love it there, man. A lot of people believe in gay rights there. You guys believe in gay rights here? Goddamn right. I don't understand people who don't. I don't understand people who are against gay marriage and stuff like that. That's a weird thing to be against. Because like people blame God for their homophobia. They do. They're like, it says in the Bible that God hates gay people. That's what it says. That's God's position on it. He hates gay people. And that's a weird thing to say, because logically, like, that means that Satan is standing there like, follow your heart. All you need is love. Like, Satan's a really romantic dude, if that's the case. Hashtag love wins. I think the weirdest argument against gay marriage by far was the slippery slope argument. Do you guys remember that one? That was the one that was like, you let gay people get married, you know what's next? People marry animals. That's what's next. You'll see. That's what's next. And that's a weird thing to say, because I've been to Pride, and no one is holding up that sign at Pride. You know what I mean? There's not a single person that's holding up a sign, with like a rainbow flag, but with like a poodle and a question mark on it, and a guy shrugging. Is there a guy yelling about how much he hates gay people? Is that what that is? What are you yelling about, sir? All right, maybe it's just in my, what? Oh, go ahead, go again. The dog said no. I feel like that guy's about to rape a dog. He was just letting me know that it didn't consent first.
Just letting you know, the dog said no, but I'm doing it anyways because I hate myself and animals.
Good for you, sir, for being a part of the show. I'm sure you're happy about it. I love it, man. You guys got homeless hippies here in the city? You guys are homeless hippies? We did in my neighborhood in the Haight-Ashbury district. And it was the worst. I used to have empathy, and then I lived there, and I was like, fuck all the homeless hippie kids. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it at all. Did he call me a hippie, or is he in the middle of raping the dog? I don't know. Is Hippie the dog's name now? Leave Hippie alone. He just wants to live. Got a lot of dog rapists here, man. This is a fun town. I gotta get out of here. I gotta save that dog from being raped. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot more comedy. Go around town, find it. I've been Matt Lee. Have a good night.
Give it up for all the comedians in the band. Comedy Dynamics, Channel 11. Hey, if you want to see more of Matt at the Big Room tomorrow night, it's sold out at Sierra Nevada. I got 4 tickets left. You can buy them from me here now if you want, or go see him at the Pageant Theater, or at Duffy's, or the Blue Room, or the Maltese, or B Street, or Has-Beens tonight. You've been a great audience. My name is DNA. Thanks a lot, and good night.